Hi everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the second trailer for the Uncharted film. This is a new video on a new channel for me. If you know me, I'm around within the reaction world, but I'm doing something new on here, basically trying to do things more pop culture, film, video games, anime, manga, sort of all that fun stuff. So you'll find that stuff here. So today we're going to be looking at the second trailer for the Uncharted film. You can see on my shelf here. That's Nathan Drake from the fourth Uncharted game. The Uncharted games for me are some of the best games I've played for anything from the PlayStation era. The second game is within like the top 5, maybe top 3 video games I've ever played. Like it's just a perfect game. All 3 of that trilogy are brilliant. The first one sets a really great foundation, and each one just sort of builds upon that. The fourth game I enjoyed a lot. I think visually it was really stunning. I just don't think the story held up quite as high as the previous 3, even though it's a great bookend for maybe the entire series. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like there might be more, but I think a lot of the creative people from those first 4 games are gone, so it might feel like a different Uncharted. So we've always had the rumblings of films since probably the early days of the first or second game, with like potential people like Nathan Fillion playing the role. So we do finally have an Uncharted film. I never reacted to the first trailer because I didn't have this channel at the time, didn't think of doing stuff like this. So we're going to be looking at the second one today. The first one showed quite a bit of the sort of the jungly elements, and I think sort of the slight interactions between Tom Holland's Nathan Drake and Matt Wahlberg's Sully. So we got to see some banter and some back and forth between those guys, which fits from the video game. This seems to take elements from the third game, where the start of that you're basically playing a young Nathan Drake. I think it's supposed to be like in his mid-teens. And he's going around, and he's just basically a thief at that point, and trying to find things to help himself, but also help his brother who went missing. So they've taken elements of that, but the first trailer to me felt like potentially this might be more of a young James Bond type thing than an Uncharted feeling. You know, the sort of male Tomb Raider type thing. So I'm hoping we might get more elements of kind of treasure hunter fun side than the kind of young James Bond. I don't know. So let's get into this trailer and see what's different. Hopefully it's new stuff and it's not just repeating the same thing.
Hey kid, a little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
So these sort of quippy things.
Everything in here. Why the map?
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
5 billion easy.
But it's just a story.
I beg to differ.
Okay. Ooh, that's a new logo. PlayStation 1.
100 years ago,
Ooh. So we're getting some actual
found the world's biggest fortune.
treasure hunty stuff.
Then
Nice.
it.
Yeah, these little elements.
For it all in vain.
Oh, who's that?
He's clockwise at the
I don't think she were in the last one.
Thanks a lot. He almost got me killed.
Clockwise, Sully!
Well, it was 50
Get some puzzles.
I made a guess.
Clearly.
But the voyage was not just about gold. It was something much more valuable.
The big bad.
It has a very tragic history. So
Antonio Banderas.
I'm pretty sure he just threatened to kill me.
So it's these kind of scenes. We never got this in the video games. It was all more down to earth and a bit grungy.
Gonna leave me back there.
Somebody had to get the cross.
February. This is straight from the video games. So we've already seen this in the last one.
Your brother believed that there was a final piece.
Ah, okay. So they're bringing the brother into it. Oh, what? We'll go through it afterwards.
No idea who you partnered with.
Is this Chloe?
What else aren't you telling me?
the victor spoils.
How are they gonna get them out of here?
I think we saw that scene at the beginning. Oh, the last one. Oh. That's a very sturdy ship then. Is it Pirates of the Caribbean meets Fast and Furious now? Does it have a subtitle? Huh?
Put him down, boys.
What is that thing on your face?
Yeah, puberty's right around the corner, kid. You can grow your own.
Exclusively in movie theaters.
Okay. So it looks more like, see, and then it basically shows you, and these are what the characters are supposed to look like. I'm guessing the girl in it is supposed to be Elena. This Elena. There's old Mac. Let's go through this sort of more scene by scene and break it down a little. That's one of the other characters people who were potentially supposed to play Nathan Drake at some point is Mark Wahlberg. So it's strange that he's now playing the mentor, older figure. So I'm still on the fence. It's more. We never got to see much of him in the city doing stuff like this. It was always more tropical based, sort of already sort of in the thick of a forest doing things, or probably like I'm thinking like the second or third game. Like it was always, we never saw him in like a city like this doing work. He was already somewhere remote, like in the wood, in the forest, or in like a little village somewhere. He'd already be like somewhere on the road to this. So we never got to see sort of a glitzy, sort of modern day type thing, which I guess it's a slight departure and maybe helps tell the story a little bit better, but this just doesn't feel, these bits don't feel like Uncharted.
Hey, kid. A little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
So it's like that part, I can't figure out if this little scene is like their first meeting, like Mark knows about this kid who's a great thief or a great historian or a great something and has come to see him, or they previously know each other. You know, he could be working undercover here to get information for something, or he just might be working here because he needs the money.
Young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
Everything in here. Why the map?
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
And is this supposed to be sort of where Nathan Drake lives? You know, for a kid who's a bartender and stuff, it's quite a nice place.
Everything in here. Why the map?
It's the biggest treasure that's never been found.
5 billion easy.
But it's just a story.
I beg to differ.
500 years ago,
So we get the
family found
more Nathan Drake type stuff.
then was betrayed.
Yeah.
People have been searching.
Like these kind of things, this all sort of old things feel more Uncharted.
Both you turn your keys clockwise at the same.
So here this feels like one of the puzzles which you'd get in the game. I don't know if we're going to get any of the sort of big, massive scale puzzles that we do in the games. Like that'd be quite nice. Whether they spent the money on doing a set like that, it'd be quite nice to see. Like we did get that in some of the Tomb Raider films. So it would be nice to see that here. That they're not just sort of small, sort of this sort of puzzle feels like something that we'd get from a Robert Langdon sort of Angels and Demons type thing. Plus, it's like I'm wanting to see him doing stuff, and it's not going to be sort of like always Mark Wahlberg and you know this girl helping him out, which also feels like he could be Spider-Man, and here's Zendaya helping Spider-Man out. And the guy helping in the background is Ned. It just feels like Tom Holland has to always have like a supporting cast all the time. He can never just be the lead.
Thanks a lot. You almost got me killed.
Clockwise, Sully!
Well, it was 50-50, so I made a guess.
Clearly.
But the voyage was not just about gold. It was something much more valuable.
This girl has a very tragic history. So much blood.
We've got the big bad.
He just threatened to kill me. Oh, this is gonna suck!
That feels like an old. I'm sure I've seen Jackie Chan do that before.
Don't get caught.
You were just gonna leave me back there.
Somebody had to get the cross.
And I think this is from Uncharted 2. I think it is. Because it ends up crashing in like the desert. And the only problem with this scene is it reminds me that in the video game he's about 15 years older than this, which I do like Tom Holland. I think he's a very charismatic young actor, but this just feels like this film's, for him, is like 10 years too early. But I think it also doesn't help that he's a shorty like me. And, you know, no matter how old he gets, he'll still always be like a short guy. Whereas, like, Nathan always feels like a bit of a taller, more rugged man. So yeah, seeing stunts and action like this, like, yeah, in real life, it's a bit too over the top and a bit more Fast and Furious like, but it's an action film. And I like the fact that we've got elements with a brother, which plays in... Can we see who that is? Nah, I don't think I can tell who that actor is. Well, this does play into some of the story within the games. So I like that.
Well, you know my brother said.
You have no idea.
There's a famous ring that he has around his neck.
What else aren't you?
I don't want a love story as well.
The victor spoils.
How are they gonna get them out of here?
So let's just estimate these ships have been there for that 500 years that it said. So they've been sat in that water, moist, slightly rotting for 500 years, and they can just perfectly be lifted out like this. And this is where it gets a bit Fast and Furious action, like over the top, a bit silly. But you know, you can let it go if it's good fun action. That's definitely a scene we never got in the games, like something like that. But I could see it happening within the games, which is why I'm fine with it, because it feels like it fits in that world.
Hey, put him down, boys.
What is that thing on your face?
Yeah, puberty.
And then we finally get Sully with his famous mustache.
Corner, kid, you can grow your own.
Exclusively in movie
So,
theaters.
yes. Like I said, I think I'm 50-50 on this. I might go see it just for the fact that, you know, I like the video games and I'd like to see what they eventually do with it. But it also feels like I could just wait for it to appear on a streaming service and just watch it for free then. So I don't know. I'll see how it goes with further marketing, whether we get a third trailer, because it's out in, you know, February, end of February, so there's always room for a third trailer which might show more of the other elements that are in it. But I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know. Let me know below what you think of the trailers we've seen so far. What do you think of the casting? That's why I think I'm mostly 50-50 on it, because I do feel Sony have just gone with their little golden boy at the moment and putting Tom in these things. Whether Tom pushed for this as part of his Spider-Man contract, like, I'll do more Spider-Man if you give me something else to do, because it just feels, I don't know, the casting of it felt like, okay, I'll be fine with Tom Holland if it's a flashback scene and he plays a flashback part for, like, you know, like River Phoenix did for the young Indiana part in Indiana Jones. You know, we get a young actor playing that bit and then it cuts to present day and it's someone older. Like, that might have worked if it cut from him there to then Mark Wahlberg, who might be slightly too old to be playing Nathan Drake, but that might have worked better for me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Do all that algorithm stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.